Hello Cancer, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. So Cancer, in this series of readings, we're going to look at the last part of the year for you here. We're going to look at September, October, November, and December for you, Cancer. I'm going to do that with my Moonology deck. Expect powerful change. Be confident. We have the third chakra after the pre-shuffle energy oracle deck. And then I'm going to bring in a bit of magic because we're trying to see into the future. So I have my Wizard's Tarot, Ace of Pentacles, and teeny tiny everyday witch. Three of Pentacles is at the bottom. I'm getting something new and building with it. All right, are we ready? Now, one of the things that I am saying as I get into these readings, like, energy is what it is right now. And because of what it is right now, it's going to be shown in a certain way. So if energy continues going in this direction, that's kind of like the likely outcome, and it's a general reading. So if there's something that's playing out in the future that you're like, I don't really know if I like that kind of outcome, and if it's something that you have influence over, then you can change it, you know? So that's kind of how it goes. If it's something in your life that you really don't have much control over, it's giving you a heads up about what's going on. So let's get started. My dear Cancerians, the next 4 months, September, October, November, and December for Cancer. September, October, November, December. That's, you have confidence is the key to success, but I don't feel good about that. I want to be really specific about, there's too many cards that came out. September. Oh God, you got Leo energy again. Don't let pride get in your way. New moon in Leo. So I mean, one of the things we're dealing with this is to be open to different things, to be open to different perspectives. Like, because pride is kind of our ego, and our ego often has a tendency for us to see things in one particular way. So don't let pride get in your way. October, it's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. Well, you have 2 full moon cards. So that even feels a bit like concluding something here. Leo and Scorpio. I feel like that means something. Leo and Scorpio. Like, that's... How are those two related in astrology? I don't know, but I'm feeling that for some reason. And I'm not great at astrology, so maybe one of you is and you know what that is about. Okay, so the thing, because I'm being drawn to these zodiac signs specifically, with Scorpio too, like I think about, there could be like something hidden here, some sort of secrets in October. Maybe these secrets are creating a negative atmosphere, whether somebody is holding secrets from you or you're keeping in secrets. Yeah, I feel like, so releasing this negativity in October. Don't let pride get in your way. November, a time to give rather than take in November. This feels a little bit like, okay, something that you might not want to do. I don't know why. Don't let pride get in your way. Like, maybe you feel like you don't owe somebody something, because then you have a time to give rather than take. Negativity. Maybe it's somebody who's done you wrong, but they need your help. Interesting how this plays out though. Like, it's really kind of stretching out. And then December. Oh, now we have you, full moon. Wow, you have 3 full moons with 1 new moon here. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. Surrender to the divine. Full moon. Holy shit. A full moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Virgo. Super moon. What the hell? You have. I'm going to keep. I've only, because there's so many in the upright. Yeah, it goes on and on, for God's sakes. I'm just going to keep the first 4. And then you have waxing crescent moon, have faith in your dreams. I've never done a reading with so many full moons. It's insane. It's insane. They're all full moons except a new moon. I feel like you're closing something off here. Huge. You got most of the zodiac covered, to be honest. You have the full moon in Cancer. You have the full moon in Scorpio. You have the full moon in Leo. You have the full moon in Gemini. You just have a regular full moon. Then you have a full moon in Virgo. And then you have a full moon in Capricorn. You have half of the zodiac here. And if you want to look at just a full moon, surrender to the divine, well, like a 7th one in there, whatever you want that to be. But man, you are getting ready to conclude something, and you are concluding it in a big way. A time to give rather than take is the only card here that is not a full moon. And it's a new moon. So, Cancer, I'm going to put this out there right now. Maybe you know what this is in your life. You have to be honest with yourself. The energy could be reversed. That's all I'm going to say, and I'm going to keep going with this. Because some of you, maybe somebody owes you something. But what I'm seeing right here is because you have to conclude something with all this full moon energy. Like the full moon is the end of a cycle. Look, the end of a tough cycle approaches Capricorn. You are good enough. Don't let pride get in your way. It almost feels like questioning whether you're good enough about something has been going on. This feels like we're talking about more than just 4 months here. I feel like we're talking about something that's been going on for a while in your life. But in November, this is different. This is something new here. And it's giving. It's giving rather than taking. It could be actually like maybe all this full moon stuff is about one area of your life in particular. And you're getting ready to close that off. But there's something new here in November. And it's almost like a little hiccup. And then you continue with this closing off of something with all this full moon energy. So there might be something that happens in November where you actually feel like you want to give of yourself, or you've been taking in a situation and then it's time to give. I'm just telling you what the cards are saying. So let's put those over there. Let's get into the energy oracle deck. So I feel like though you come to some sort of resolution though in December. Let's see what these are connected to, because these are like, these readings to me are like digging into an onion. Like you get deeper and deeper. We start off on the surface, but that's got to be a world record, man. That's got to be a world record for 7 full moon cards. And actually, I should show you. I stopped at 4 because then this was different, right? Have faith in your dreams. But then, oh no, that isn't. I thought it was, well, then you have full moon in Sagittarius. Like it continues to be upright. Full moon in Libra. Don't let pride get in your way. Oh, isn't that interesting? Oh no, don't let your past hold you back. Don't let pride get in your way. Maybe there's something about your past. But a super moon is like a super big full moon. Yeah. 8, 9. 9 full moons. No, 10. Including Sagittarius, Libra, and a super moon. That's astronomical. Healer of the Ages is coming out. Well, I would say like this is a big conclusion. This conclusion, whatever you're working on, it feels like it is almost every facet of your life. You know, to be coming up with all this different zodiac energy. It's literally almost every facet of your life. Except what was, it would be easier to state what zodiac signs did not appear in full moons in your reading. Also including those underlines. Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, and Taurus. I think. Let's see where this goes. September, October, November, December. All right, don't let pride get in your way in September. Door to spirit. The universe is going to ask something of you. It's going to trigger your ego. It would trigger your ego with that. The universe is, you know what? The universe is asking for a change here. A huge change. There's something you need to close off, and I feel like it affects almost every facet of your life. And the universe is coming in here with this door to spirit card. Whatever's going on, perhaps it could be like a conclusion that you're hanging on to. But whatever this is, it's not in your higher good. With door to spirit here. Like in don't let pride get in your way. October is time to release negativity. Wow, door to, oh my God, door to personal healing and happiness. Look at this, follow the dove. Follow the dove. The dove is initiating something in you. The dove is, spirit is initiating something in you. Oh, I forgot to turn that light on. Spirit is initiating something in you in September. And it has something to do with your ego. It's a shift in thinking about yourself, your situation. And this is going to heal. It's, oh, this is one of those, it feels like your ego is like being utilized in a way to solely serve itself. The minute you are seeing what this ego is doing to your path and journey, you realize what this shit is like. It's almost like a best friend that is manipulating and like lying to you so that it can stay in your life, right? This part of your ego wants to stay in your life. But the universe is saying, God, no, you got to get rid of this because this is not good for you. And right? Release negativity and open up, follow spirit into personal healing and happiness. So it feels like too, like this ego would be affecting your happiness, would be affecting your health, would be affecting your mindset with negativity, things that are going on deep inside of you that you may not even share with anyone else. Now, okay, now here we go. This is where November gets interesting because this is the one-off card where it's a new moon. Time to give rather than take, Virgo. And if we think about Virgo too, Virgo is like service to others. Whoa, 7th chakra. I don't even know if I'll be able to tell you what this is in this reading because I feel like spirit is talking to you like in a big way, in a very big way in the next 4 months. This is meant for you to hear, and I don't know if I'll get past it. I'm going to pull more cards and see where it goes. But what this is that you need to give to them instead of take is between you and the universe. This reading is between you and the universe here. And it feels like the universe is coming in because there's something going on with pride. Okay, ego is built up because of survival. The need for survival in different aspects of life. Now, it does seem like somehow a part of how you see yourself, how you understand yourself in your world has been distorted based on perhaps past trauma. And the universe is trying to come in here and fix this because right now your ego is leading you down a path that is not for your higher good. It's like these cards, this is trying to get you on that. It's trying to get you on your path. It's trying to get you out of digging possibly a karmic hole for yourself and like paving a spiritual path. Paving like what you're meant to do, what your soul is meant to do in this lifetime. Release yourself from this. personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Oh, God, healer of the ages. This is the path. Whatever this is that Spirit is asking of you, it feels like it goes against your pride. It feels like it goes against how you see yourself in some element of life. But because you have so many full moon cards in so many zodiac signs, I don't feel like it's just one element. So this is like, what do you call that when, you know, like a bunch of friends get together, someone has an addiction or something, and an intervention. This is like an intervention. But look by December, it's almost like it's happened. This could be something going on between you and someone else, someone close to you with full moon in Cancer. When you're Cancer, but I think of like the 4th house as well. The Garden and the Gate, the first chakra, and anxiety. Now this is really interesting because I don't remember where it was. I talked about it. I don't know if it was in the YouTuber extended versions the last couple days, but the first chakra, I'd heard somebody talking about it like being the place of where we ground ourselves once we've cleansed like different levels of karma that are from our past. I mean, we're always making karma. It's energy. If you're breathing and participating and moving, you're making karma. You haven't been making good karma in something here because of your ego. But this is an intervention. Like, you might even be mad at me in this reading. I am actually going to say at this point, I don't think this energy is reversed. As a reader, this is not reversed, and this is not how I meant to read it. Because if I was reading it in that way, I would not be helping you, and I would be going against the universe. That would be really bad karma for me, because the universe is written all over. This is like Jesus at the end to me. It's like Jesus coming through and saying, like, purify your heart, purify your heart. Something has gotten into your heart that isn't pure, and it's affected your thinking, and this thinking has become a pattern that is manifested into like how you see yourself, which is becoming something that you're not. There's such heavy intervention energy. I really have to backtrack on this. This is not reversed, this energy. This is all about you, and this is about getting your soul on the path that it's meant to have. And you can do it. I can see this here. I think I see you doing it here. But this is like you are being asked to walk through, take steps that you've never taken before, and walk in a way that you've never walked before. But what it's actually doing is it's leaving behind karma, and it feels uncomfortable. It feels so uncomfortable. I don't know, maybe it's even something that's gone on for lifetimes. This is a big moment. It feels like a big moment in time for you. And I don't mean in time just in this lifetime, because whatever you do now, I feel like is possibly accumulations from past lives. It most definitely is paving a road into future lives. Spirit's intervening here in a big way. And it's going to feel uncomfortable in the mind. You've got to go with your heart here, because the universe is trying to talk to you about that, is trying to heal it. Like, you will find your path again the minute you can heal your heart and use that to guide you. I feel like the room got really quiet, but this is a big reading. And I want to say too, if this is something that you're doing for yourself as you prepare to enter the new year, I have a really good feeling about the new year for you. There might be the sense of feeling like you're starting over again, because you're eliminating so much, so many different aspects of the zodiac. So that also just speaks to me. Let's just stop here for a second. I want to look at every zodiac you have, and let's look at the house placement together, because I feel like this is affecting your life, or it has been affecting your lives that you've been living. Get rid of the super moons. Okay, you look at this. The other new moon that you have is meditate and contemplate, Pisces. This is using your mind in a different way, in a much more spiritual way, like connecting on a level that you've never connected with Source, combining, like utilizing the connection of Source and your soul to guide you, as opposed to your thinking mind. Okay, and then that's new moon in Aries, new moon in Taurus. Those are the ones that didn't have fulls. Isn't that intriguing? There's times like this where I wish that I did more. Look at, and then you have both south and north node here. This is a big step. It's going to feel uncomfortable whenever you're walking out of your south node into your north node. You feel like you're falling down a dark black hole because it's unfamiliar and it's nothing that feels comfortable. A new start is coming. New moon. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. Okay, one of the things I feel like is that you've been working very hard in life, but you're not succeeding in something, and maybe a lot of areas. So here we go. We're going to look at all of these full moon placements, because I think all of this is about closing off. Where was it here? Where's my little astrological cheat? Okay, the first one you got is Leo. 5th house, children, love affairs, creative outlets, things you do for fun. Pleasures, creative expression, games of chance. House of your heart. Stop the presses right there. House of your heart. Something, I'm just pulling an intuition here. I'm really getting that something very tragic happened to you in a past life that had to do with your heart. And when this happened, there's something that occurred that, like, you felt like, I will never let that happen to me again. And you took that on in past lives. You've took that on into past lives, and it's now showing up as kind of a prideful thing. And because it's pride, it doesn't have anything to do with like what your soul wants to explore in this lifetime. I mean, it could have something to do with children or love affairs. Maybe somebody cheated on you in a past life. Maybe that even happened in a lifetime right now. But I feel like it's blocked off your creativity, that you haven't been able to follow through with your creative ideas in the way that you would like to. You don't find pleasure. And when you are working through creative expression, it's not bringing you the pleasure that you feel like it should bring you. Okay, there's that one. Then we have Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. 8th house, death, sex and taxes, deep issues, other people's money, mystical regeneration. I feel like you haven't been able to regenerate in lifetimes, that you've been playing out a pattern over and over again here. Surgery. You may even find that you've needed surgeries in this lifetime more than maybe other people. Psychic powers and occult studies. I feel like you haven't been getting the answers that you've been looking for. And it makes you feel kind of negative. Like, it's like, I want this spiritual path. I want to do this spiritual path. But the more you look into it, you just feel negative about it. You feel defensive about it, because it's trying to break something down in you that's not meant to be there. But it's like a wall that's protected you for eons. All right, we'll look at the Virgo in a minute. Okay, a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. That's December. Your home, your parents, real estate, your roots and your foundations. Seclude from the rest of the world, your physical and emotional seclusion. Closing, oh my God, closing years of life off ancestors. We'll just take a moment here, because I feel like in December, Cancer, I feel like if you do this, if you can do this, I'm feeling like emotion welling up in me from this, because I feel like this is a personal resolution that's been going on here. It feels like for lifetimes. This has been built up over lifetimes, and it has been a difficult wall to break down. You're about to clear something karmically for yourself that's been holding you back from certain areas of spiritual progress for yourself. And I feel like these areas of spiritual progress are the ones that are coming up in the new moons, because you're going to start to see this. It's going to start to happen for you, and it's going to be pretty exciting because they're good. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries, prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. This is going to open up the creative blocks that you've been experiencing when you're engaging in creative things that you want to do and it's not bringing you the fulfillment you hoped it would. That's going to open up. You're going to have a much more open way of looking at creativity and utilizing it. And I really feel like you're going to want to take action on these creative ideas, and you're going to find yourself being prosperous because of this. Let's keep going. Okay, so then you have you are good enough, full moon in Virgo. Now this is also connected to your new moon in Virgo, right? Which is in November. Virgo, 6th house, service to others, your work. You may have not felt good enough in your work. You may not have felt like you had something to give in perhaps creative ideas and avenues. You may not have stood up for your creative outlooks. Day-to-day routines, health and pets. Health, right there. I want pets. Health and pets. So that's interesting. Maybe I'll take on some pets. No. That's fine. Health and pets. So pets. There's so much we're going to look at here, because this is one of the first steps of healing. So we're going to sit on the 6th house for a second here in November. I'm going to move past pets. I have a feeling, though, that animals have been a connection for you, that they've been trying to help you. But you have to help yourself. So anyways, okay, here we go. Relationships with who you work with. That's interesting, right? Service to others. So I feel like that's somehow connected to like these blocks in creativity, not being able to express and grow them. Illness brought on by emotional upset, need to help others. I really feel like you are a healer. I feel like you are a healer, Cancer, but you haven't been utilizing that. Your ego has been keeping you from doing that. I know this reading won't necessarily be for everyone, but who it's for, like this is, I got to keep going. So I'm sorry if it's not for all of you. If it's for 1 or 2 people, it's important that we do this. We got to be spirits bitch here. Do it what we got to do. So you are good enough. You haven't felt good enough. And perhaps you've relied on others to define what your value is. That definition gets erased. You're going to redefine that. Okay, full moon in Capricorn. 10th house. Career. Again, career. Public reputation, fame, and notoriety. Material success in life. Ambition and aspirations. I really feel like you've been following other people's aspirations that they create for you. I feel like your desire for creative expression has been somewhat, perhaps even like it's what's the word? Like it's been misshapen from what you would truly love to do. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised, Cancer, if you have something creative here that has to do with healing others. But you can't do that until you heal This is really like the universe is that's it. It's almost like there's work that you're supposed to be doing and you're not doing it. And it's affecting perhaps other spiritual, it's almost like it's affecting spiritual contracts that you have with others. Other people's money. You may have needed to rely on other people's money. Oh, wait. Or why did I hop back into Scorpio? That's funny. With death, sex, and taxes, death and taxes are inevitable. Sex, I don't know. But it almost feels as though these could be, too, with Capricorn here, these could be things that show up, like with negative things about, like maybe there's even negative thoughts about sex. There is apprehension about death. And I feel like the apprehension about death is almost like your soul saying, damn it, we're going to go back and we're going to do that life review. And I didn't do it again. We're not doing it. Why aren't we getting past this? And one of the things I think too is that, like, our souls have different levels of ascension and development and strength and weakness. And our souls need to match up to the hosts that we are born into. So the fact that you have created such an enormous wall possibly around you, and the ego is serving this, is you are being incarnated into bodies and minds that are incredibly strong-willed, and but because that matches your soul. So your soul is having a fight here because your soul can't win this. Your soul can't get through unless it can conquer this ego. I don't know how divine is stepping into this intervention. I have a feeling, though, in some way you will or are making the first step. It's like you had to unlock the door and now spirit can blow through. You had to take the latch off the door. So there was at least one thing that you had to do here, because I can't see spirit doing this for you if you weren't taking any steps at all. But this is an end of a tough cycle. And we think of Capricorn too, like devil energy, manipulation, toxicity, bad habits, toxic thinking, control, codependency. This cycle, like there's so much that you're putting to rest with this. Answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. Okay, Gemini, third house. Siblings. You could have toxic relationships with siblings. Local neighborhood. Short journeys. Communication. Immediate environment, self-expression, again, the expression, the creativity, family ties, short trips, early education. Oh my gosh. I feel like, okay, I do feel like that, I feel like the people kind of closest to you, most immediate to you, are the ones that you may end up really wrapped up in karmic situations with. I also am getting the message that you are not moving beyond these relationships, these soul contracts, like you're playing out over and over and over and over again in lifetimes, almost like with the same souls, in the same dynamics. Like, so if you have this sibling, you have the same sibling in the next life. If you have this parent, you have the same parent, soul parent in the next life, where really we're supposed to be like kind of intermingling and growing and choosing different paths and deviating from each other and sometimes coming back. And like, it should be like this. It shouldn't be boom, 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 over and over and over again. And it becomes like this worn footprint, this path. It's like a rut. It's a rut. It's a rut. And I feel like you're doing something. You're somehow unlock the door for this, for spirit to blow it open. And when they blow it open, they come in and they blow all the doors open. All of them. Full moon in Sagittarius. Look at the big picture. See, that's the other thing. It's almost like, you know, I feel like too, the ego gets caught up in small things in front of it and not seeing what is beyond that. But the ego doesn't want you to. The ego, isn't it? It's almost like It is like its own living, breathing entity. You need to need me. You need to need me. You need to need me. No, if you move beyond me, I'll be gone. It's sort of like that movie, what's that called? Inside Out, where you see the different emotions living inside the girl's mind, and how, like, when they're not in check, they can become like, no, you need me, you need me, you need me. And the particularly, that's interesting that we're going in this direction. So, because there's some healing that needs to happen here. And one of the things that becomes really early on in that movie is that the girl moves, and all of the memories that she had that were like happy and nostalgic, they become sad, because now that's her past. She's not going to be in that neighborhood anymore. She's not going to see those friends again, right? So that's how that happens. And the character Sadness, she has this urge to touch these memories, and everyone's getting mad at her, particularly Happiness. Stop doing that. Why are you doing that? Don't. Now it's got all these colors. It's happy and it's sad. What have you done? And then, so the girl is like, eventually her emotions get shut down. Oh, because Happy and Sadness get fighting with each other. They get sucked out of the main headquarters of the brain. And she has no emotions. But you see, Happy wouldn't allow Sadness to do what Sadness felt she had to do. Had to stay happy, had to stay happy. I mean, maybe that's something that you're working through. You have to stay happy, you have to stay happy. Or your ego is convincing yourself, this will make you happy. You'll be happy. This will make you happy. You'll find happiness at the end of this road. Well, if you don't, you'll have me at least. It's like, holy crap. Sagittarius. Where'd you go? Where are you? Oh, there you are. 9th house. Travel and foreigners. Religion and beliefs. Philosophy. Higher education. Public expression of ideas. Now, see, I feel like that is continuing. There's something here about not vocalizing, not effectively vocalizing, and not creating your dreams and wishes through some sort of creative expression. Long journeys, mental and physical. Perhaps you haven't traveled the way you would have liked to have traveled. Perhaps there's certain things about religion and belief that you're tied into and you can't really expand beyond that, or you found yourself limited. Philosophy and higher education. I mean, a true philosopher really has to set their ego aside and just allow ideas to flow and allow themselves and their mind to grow. Full moon in Libra. A win-win outcome is forecast. I love that that's the last one that we're looking at in this conclusion. So you're going to win. You're going to win in this. You're going to, God, your soul's going to win. I'll tell you that. And your body will win in turn. Because if your soul is fighting so strongly to be heard by your mind and your body, it's going to come out in you in like physical ways, and health ways are going to, unhealthy things will start to show up. So let's look at that. Libra. Marriage, partners, business, known enemies, contracts, legal. What did I write there? Legal union? I don't know what that is. Personal business, legal matters, personal business, and politics. God, you know what? We have covered so many really like intimate houses here about like family, partners, siblings, love affairs, children. These are really intimate spaces here that are about to be cleansed, like healed. I made such a mess on this with all these cards. And then you've got these new moons. You've got, it's a time to give rather than take. I feel like you're a healer. Meditate and contemplate. You're going to touch your spiritual path here with Pisces, right? For all of the full moons, you do have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 4, 5, because you have Capricorn too. So I feel like you are going to immediately see things in the 3 dimension. With Capricorn and Taurus here, you're going to immediately see new things happening. Like when you put the work in, you see it. Like you see the result, as opposed to the end of a tough cycle approaches where I feel like you're putting work in and you're not seeing results. Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. Time to take action. New moon in Aries. Inspired the initiator. I see you becoming the initiator in your life. And then you have just a giant new moon. What else do you want to add to this lifetime and find success? This is like a moment in time for your soul. It really is. Oh, jeez. Oh, lost. I did like a DNA thing like years and years ago. I know some people are like, oh my God, Cynthia, why'd you do that? I don't be dead in like 30 or 40 years. I don't care what they do with it. Whatever. Because like one of my parents was adopted and his adoption, my dad, his adoption records were blank. So I was always really curious, like, what am I? So it keeps changing. So all of a sudden I'm becoming more and more Scottish. I used to have, well, majority English, like the UK. And then right after that, it would be Irish. And then a little bit of Scottish and French and Welsh. And now it's like the UK. And now I'm Scottish. Scottish just won out over the Irish. It's really funny how that works. I don't know who the fuck I am. All right. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo, daughter spirit. September. The 4 of Swords. Oh, you're going to feel this in your 2nd chakra. I feel that. I feel it. I feel it. Okay, I got to tell you right now in September, be really delicate with your digestive tract. I feel it so much. Healing. This is the first step in healing for you. Oh my God. That's it. Like you unlocked the door. You did something and that spirit's moving through you now and you're going to feel it. I honestly feel like you could end up with upset stomach, indigestion, diarrhea, heartburn. Diarrhea. I want to say that. I feel like, I don't know so much about heartburn. This is, oh, it's like you're purging. You're going to purge. And that's the first place it's coming through because that's where your soul sits. The house of your soul is in that 2nd chakra. It's also pretty close to the 1st. You're burning karma. And you're going to feel it physically. Wow. October. It's time to release negativity, door to personal healing and happiness. The King of Pentacles. Now, this could be something about like status. I mean, I always think of the King of Pentacles as somebody who has status. And when we're thinking about pride, we're thinking about releasing negativity. Look at, oh, he's really hanging on to that coin. Really seeing that. He's really hanging on that coin. And he's down. He's gone downstairs. And he's sitting there. There's 2 doors here. Right? And there's 2 doors here. This door is well traveled. The path is quite obvious. I feel like it's also the way that spirit kind of got in here with you somehow. So whatever you have unlatched the door on, whatever aspect of your life that is, that's the first thing that you're healing here. And then it's like a kaleidoscope. However, the 2nd door, like there's a double door. There's at least, I want to say a double door. It's 2 doors that are exercised here. The real healing journey is through this one. It doesn't look like much, okay? It doesn't look like much. There's some old vines that have grown over it. The door is not open very far. It's a path that's been waiting for you for a long time. And it doesn't look like much. But, you know, like with this, there is a sense of kind of like status, acquiring things. there may be a fear here of like some sort of choice that you're making where people are going to think you're less than. But I'm going to tell you right now, anyone who thinks that of you in this journey is someone who you need to burn the karma off with. Like you need to, but that's because that's exactly what continues to feed this unhealthy ego. Anyone who would think that you are less than is someone that you have done too many lifetimes with, and it is affecting your soul's path. Because this door doesn't look like much, baby, but that's the real door. And it also doesn't look like it climbs very high. Like there's like status climbing even? It might not be something that you're actively doing, but it could just be like even what's been ingrained in your mind by like your parents perhaps. November is a time to give rather than take. Oh, the Ten of Pentacles. But I love this because look at what this wizard is doing. He's showing this little kid how to do something that otherwise no one else would have shown him how to do. Because these two are too involved in themselves. These two are too involved in themselves. I feel like, again, we're talking about there's some people here you need to get out of your life, man. I mean, you got to make your own decisions. I'm only giving you the guidance. But these two are too involved in themselves. And helping this little kid climb this ladder. Helping someone else find their own status. But okay. You see, when you give of yourself in a way that the universe guides you to, asks you to, and you do it for someone who is less than you, perhaps. It could be someone younger, it could be someone inexperienced. You are building good karma. It's almost like you're giving someone permission to climb up. And look at your win-win outcome. This is almost like you do something here and you feel like I'm giving something of myself away, which it's connected to the ego. And when you give that part of yourself away, on the surface, right? Like some people think, well, this is a really tiny door you're walking through now. Like, what are you doing for yourself? You actually, you're building yourself up beyond the 3-dimension. And it just feels like the most profound thing that you could do. So December, a personal issue reaches resolution. Here comes Jesus. Here comes Jesus. Like, my child, you have succeeded. Healer of the age. Oh. You want to start feeling good? I'll tell you, this ego friend needs to go to the ditch and never come back. And I am positive that you have people around you that love to feed this ego because they're just like this. There's something here. And it's almost like you're wrapped up in it. It feels like everyone that perhaps like you met as a child, and then everyone that you were introduced to as a teenager, and then everyone that there's just, oh, you know what, I'm being drawn to these lines. It's like you just have been going around and around these same relationships over and over and over again. Oh my gosh. Because here, there it is. You feel so much better. Oh, you feel so, I feel like just a, oh God. You have the Star, the 8 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups. Now, looking at it in that order, I feel like whatever, but there's a really heavy feeling here about divine intervention. whatever was bringing you emotional fulfillment in the past, there was something wasn't right about it. Like the kind of what's linked to it wasn't right, because the 8 of Cups, like you have to walk away from something. It also has the feeling of if you let something go and it comes back to you, then you know it was meant for you. But like, so there's something here about healing. Like you walk away from, it could be your greatest wish, but what is this wish based on? Or what elements of you are being used to try to have this wish, fulfill it, get it, hang on to it? What elements of you? Are these your best elements that are being utilized for it? Because with the 8 of Cups, when you walk away from it, then you heal. And also she's looking up into the sky like she finally connects. Oh, I'm not saying you're not connected. I'm saying there's a level here that's not connecting because of something going on in the mind. And you're being incarnated into these bodies because it's what you've created. So you've got to break it down. Don't let pride get in your way. Door to Spirit, 4 of Swords. The World. Oof. 2 of Swords, King of Cups, the World. You know what your heart tells you. It's almost like these 2 chakras are blocked, the first and the second. And because of that, you're not getting something here that the universe has been trying to deliver to you. Get up to the heart chakra. It's almost as like if you can get these 2 chakras, we can get the energy flowing and we can open up this heart chakra and you can feel your way through life as opposed to egoing it in some level. This is one of their deepest, next 4-month readings I think I'll do. Well, knock on wood, but I don't know. And you close off the cycle. You're going to be surprised how fast Spirit works for you. Like if it's taken you, it's almost like I feel like it's taken you like 10 lifetimes to take the latch off the door. Spirit's going to fix this in a couple of months. It's amazing. Like, it's amazing. It's time to release negativity. Door to personal healing. The King of Pentacles. 8 of Cups. 4 of Cups. 10 of Swords. Oof. Yeah, you have got to walk away from some things here. Walk away. You're missing the higher cup. You're not seeing the higher cup for you. I've never seen this card like this. This 10 of Swords. It's like being on the ground, but not wanting to give up on this fight. This fight, whatever that is. Like the way her face, and she's reaching for the broom. I'm going to get up and I'm going to do this. Spirit's not asking you to do that. Spirit's asking you to let the universe work through you. You've taken the latch off the door. And it's going to be incredible where this goes. A time to give rather than take. 7th chakra, the 10 of Pentacles. A time to give rather than take. The 9 of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. Wow, it's making dreams come true. It's finding, wow, I don't know how though. Like, I feel like in a way you make someone else's dream come true. And like you do this not intending to get anything for yourself. And because of that, I feel like you find yourself on a path like where you're eventually going to find prosperity. But you see, you can't walk on this path saying, okay, I'm going to do this for this person so I get better karma. It just doesn't work that way. This is that part. This is that part that would want to do that, but this part is not. This part is not. This could be like having a younger sibling or a little brother or sister or something, or a niece or a nephew, or like even your own kid, and just like, I'm going to change the pattern here. I'm going to do something for this person that was never done for me. That's what happens in November. And you do that because you heal. You open the door. No, you don't even open it. I feel like the universe blew it open. Like it's just been sitting there waiting, like bumping the door with the wind. Boom, 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 boom. You're like, God, I wish that would stop. I wish that would stop. And you're like, oh, I'm going to do something I've never done before. And you flick that switch and then it blows open, and I'm telling you, it's fast. Personal issue reaches resolution. Healer of the ages, Ace of Cups. December. The Death card. The Emperor. The Ten of Cups. The best way to explain this, because of the ego that I feel like has been developed over lifetimes, is that you are about to start doing things that you've never done before with an intent that you've never had before. And that is going to get you exactly what you've always wanted, but could never find. 100%. The Seven of Wands. Give me a second with that. This feels more like, I don't know, it's like anyone around you who's supporting this ego, this train of thought. And it's almost like when you step back and you realize, no, it's supporting them. It's supporting what they want me to be for them, or... Wow, man. So, are there any cards left? What am I going to do? Because I'm going to use this. Yeah, no, I'm okay. For the extended, I'm going to see the main theme or energy of 2023. I am going to leave out the ones that have been significant here. Your new starts and all of your full moons, okay? And I want to see, because I'm going to use some same decks, what's going on. So that's what I'm going to do, because I've not used this many cards for anybody. So, wow, Cancer. Thank you so much, my friends. Until next time. Do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.